Judy here out of Salt Lake City. I'm the DHF liaison and personal trainer out here. Today we're going to do a Fit in 15 in-truck leg workout. So for this workout you will need a band. I would go with a light one, and then at least on round one. If on rounds 2 and 3, if you got a heavier one and you want to do it, great. But I'll show you all these movements. It's going to be 3 rounds, 1 minute per movement. I'll show them all, show you the form, show you how to do some variations if you need them, and then I'll lead you through it myself and time you and everything like that. So yeah, first movement we're gonna start out with is gonna be a banded sumo deadlift. So I'm gonna angle this down so you can see how I set my feet up first, and then we'll go from there. So on these sumo deadlifts, I'm gonna go really wide with my feet. So normally when I deadlift, at least, my feet are right about here, but I'm gonna go wide with them, okay? So that's where the sumo comes from. Have you ever seen the sumo like that? So I'm gonna take this band, I'm gonna loop it like this. I'm gonna put one foot in and then go wide with the other one, okay? So it's gonna create that little right there. And then the deadlift portion, I'm gonna grab it right here. So I'm kind of in this sumo deadlift, kind of chest up. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can kind of see. So I'm gonna be like right here, chest up, and then I'm just gonna stand with it. My arms don't do anything, okay? Just like that. If you want it to be harder, you can grab both like that, okay? If you're only grabbing one side, it'll be a little bit easier. If you grab, so the variations will be, if you want to grab the top, that'll be harder than if you grab the bottom, because the bottom creates a little bit of looseness, or you can grab both and it'll be harder. So however you choose to do it, that's what it's going to be. Key to that one, keeping that chest nice and tall. Let me angle you back up so you can see. So keeping that chest nice and tall, you're not bending over, you're keeping a good flat back, butt out, chest out is how I like to think about it. So 1 minute of those, and then 1 minute of mountain climbers. So normally I would do these off the bed, but I hate turning my back to you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna do it off of the cabinet over here, and it's gonna be a little bit different, but the mountain climber is just kind of bringing those knees up towards the elbows in like a push-up position. So if you can do it in the push-up position, great. You can do it off the bed, that's a little bit easier. So the order will go, a straight push-up mountain climber is going to be the hardest variation. Then off the bed will be slightly easier. I'm going to do mine off the cabinet, which is going to be probably the easiest. But I don't want to turn my back to you guys too much because it's not entertaining, and quite frankly, you probably can't even hear me. So I'll do them off the cabinet. Just do something that's going to challenge you. And then we're going to go side lunges, okay? So I'm going to keep that good wide stance again, just like I did with the sumo deadlifts, but I'm going to kind of just lunge to one side. You don't need to step out every time if you don't want to. You can just keep them wide and drop down. It's also called a Cossack squat if you kind of know anything about the fitness world and stuff. So we'll do like a side lunge, Cossack squat. We'll go 30 seconds to one side, then 30 seconds to the other side. And then we're gonna do some hip bridges. So a hip bridge, you're gonna be up on your bed, right here, feet planted pretty close to my butt. I'm gonna put my, I just kind of put my hands near my core, or you can even put them down by the side, and then you're just gonna kind of squeeze the butt, just like that, okay? Kind of holding it just for a second or two at the top to really kind of squeeze those glute muscles and get them activated. So. And then there'll be a 1 minute stretch. We're just gonna do a toe touch stretch in between. So once again, banded sumo deadlifts, mountain climbers, side lunges, the hip bridges, and then a toe touch stretch. 1 minute on each one, and then we'll take a rest and do 3 rounds of all of it, okay? So we're gonna start out with the deadlifts. Okay. Let me get a timer. Let me get a timer going real quick. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Just starting out with those deadlifts. Kind of keeping that chest nice and tall. Making sure that your knees stay over your feet, okay guys? So if you find that your knees aren't staying over the feet, adjust the feet a little bit so you can. Just Just a nice and steady pace through this. You're gonna feel a bigger burn in like inner thigh area. Notice my arms aren't doing anything other than just kind of staying locked in place. I'm making sure my hips, thighs, and low back do the work. Got about 10 seconds on this one. And go into those mountain climbers. Again, I'm going to do these off of the thing. Kind of bring my knees up as high as I can towards my elbows. Keeping a good, like, flat, neutral back. Not pushing my butt out or anything like that. Definitely don't want my hips sagging either. All that puts a lot of strain on your lower back. Over halfway through on this one. Couple more seconds. Next one is going to be those side lunges, guys. Side lunges. Alright, go ahead and switch. We're going to go 30 seconds each side. So if you want to put your hands like on the benches, chairs, to help you, you can. Just trying to keep you moving as much as possible. Just a good little side lunge. Gonna hit the outside of that butt cheek is where you should feel this the most. And just kind of going as low as you feel comfortable, guys. Couple seconds, and go ahead and switch. If you need to, you can always turn in between the seats like this. I've got my camera set up right there, so I'm kind of trying to fit it back here by the bed as much as I can, so I'm not just destroying the camera angle or anything like that. Couple more seconds. Next one's gonna be those hip bridges. And hip bridges. So feet firmly planted, just squeezing the butt cheeks. Hold it a little bit at the top. Let's go this way. Really kind of squeezing the butt cheeks together at the top, guys. Get those butts activated. Almost there, a couple seconds left. Then we'll go into a toe touch stretch. And rest. So now we're going to go into a toe touch stretch. So you can do this seated, or you can do it standing. Just right here, bending over. Or you can even just kind of do this off the edge of the bed if you want. So I'll show it seated so that way you can kind of see me a little bit better. Can't touch your toes, that's okay. Don't bend the knees, keep them straight. You want to keep the tension on the back half. We got about 30 seconds, and then we'll go back into the deadlifts. Good deep breaths, guys. Take a sip of water if you feel like you need it. Got about 10 seconds. Go ahead and grab your band and start getting set up for your deadlifts again. In 2, 1, and go. Going with those sumo deadlifts again. Remember to keep that back nice and upright. I'll show it from the side for a few. So notice that I don't get too much dip with my chest or back or anything. Shoulders aren't doing any work at all, just my hands are holding the band, and that's all that's used for the upper body. Got about 10 seconds left, then we'll go back into the mountain climbers. And go ahead and switch back into our mountain climbers. Good flat back on this one, guys. Nice and steady pace. Over halfway through on this one. Less than 10 seconds. Next one, we're going into those side lunges again. All right, side lunges. Nice wide stance. Just kind of dropping down to that one side for 30 seconds. But just go as low as you feel comfortable, guys. Go ahead and switch up the side. Going to that other side now. If this bothers you, you can always go regular lunges as well. Or you can switch it up to just normal squats. But try to do something. All right, hip bridges. Going back in those hip bridges. Nice and steady. Hold it at the top, just for like a half second or so. If you feel like these are easy, you can always go one leg as well, where you go one leg up, just like that. You don't have to. That's just a way to make it a little bit harder if you feel like you need that. Couple seconds. Alright, and then back into our toe touch stretch. So we got toe touch, one more round of everything, and then we will be done. Halfway through this stretch, rest time. Go ahead and start getting ready for the next round. Maybe a sip of water. Get that band ready to go. Got about 10 seconds. That band all ready. Here we go, last round, guys. Starting out with those sumo deadlifts. Stay nice and consistent. Getting near the end here. I know know you can tend to get a little bit tired. Try to push through a little bit. Halfway through this one. Couple more seconds, guys. Next one's gonna be those mountain climbers again. All right, mountain climbers. Halfway through this one, nice and steady. Couple of seconds left. All right, into these side lunges, nice and wide. 30 seconds each side. Almost done for the day, guys. Go ahead and switch up the side. Staying nice and consistent, we're almost there. Make sure you're breathing through this, guys, as well. Workouts become a lot harder when you don't breathe. A couple of seconds, and we're gonna go to these hip bridges. All right, hip bridges. Remember to really squeeze the butt cheeks at the top. Halfway through. Looking good, guys, looking good. You got about 15 seconds or so. More seconds and rest. All right, guys, one more toe touch stretch. Hold this for a few more, and I'll go ahead and sign off. All right, guys, good job today. Once again, Matt Judy out of Salt Lake. Got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. That was a Fit in 15 lower body workout. We'll see you guys next time.